Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Pathfinder Kingmaker Enhanced Edition with me, BringItDon. We're gonna head south. So Linarm's Grave, I think, is the area you need to find for the last task for the Sweet Teeth. I think you send them here to like polish their bones or something. I'm gonna rest before we go there. I don't remember. I think it's Mastodons.
Hey, Amiri. What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking, if you tear off a halfling's legs, would she be a quarterling?
Alright, that was much more intelligent than I expected from Amiri. But it was also really funny. Good job, Amiri. I also haven't bothered memorizing Restoration for Harem.
See.
And Lindsay was called for.
Down. No air orama. No air orama.
I don't remember if the Mastodons are inherently hostile or if you have to attack them like other wildlife. If that's what's here. There is an area in this. Yeah, okay, it is Mastodons. Let's attack them.
And I shall answer.
Unworthy.
Tear them apart!
Serves you right. Inviting you out of our story.
Good job, team. We slaughtered a herd of peaceful Mastodons.
What's that?
Mastodonis. Cheese, yeah, I'm sure that's good. Mastodon steak. Two-bladed sword +2. Where is it?
Interesting. I'm there.
Where's it, the whole area? I always feel like I can get down here, but I don't think that you can. Yeah, somebody get back there. Alright. Well, I'm happy with everything that I found. Little Salon Source. Shivering Glade.
I wrote it like I saw it.
Down. No air orama. No air orama.
Is this where the, this might be where the golem's at.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Or Soul Eaters. Alright. Clockwork Pendant. If you hold up this amulet to your ear, you can hear it ticking. This pendant grants its wearer plus 10 bonus to movement speed. Slow and haste spells cast by the wearer have their duration increased by half as if affected by an extend spell feat. What does Lindsay have? Works for me. Just make it back through here. Make sure I didn't miss any perception checks, like this one back here.
Well,
Yeah, doesn't seem to be the case. Alright. I am going to loop down and around towards the Forsaken Mound. We don't want to go to the gate yet. I don't think we can. It didn't stop me.
Resting would be nice.
I'm going to loop all the way down and around. Let's make sure I don't miss anything. This is so far out of the way. Hey, peaceful travelers.
Why don't we set up camp?
Yeah, see, show me your wares. Let's see if he's got anything new. Holy Rapier is new. Radiant Dueling Sword +2. Okay. I think this is better. Well, maybe not the positive energy. It'd be good against... undead. Let's see. +2 chain strike grants its wearer +3 bonus against saving throws against poison. +2 breastplate grants its wearer resistance to fire 15. What does he have? Crusader's Mithril Plate. Giant's Nemesis. +2 banded mail grants its wearer +3 morale bonus to armor class against the attacks of monsters with giant subtype. That'd be good against the Cyclops we're currently fighting. +3 competence bonus on all mobility and athletic skill checks. +3 morale bonus to armor class against the attacks of undead creatures would also be good in this area. +5 resistance bonus on will saving throws. Augur's Cape increases by 3 the difficulty check of all divination school spells cast by the wearer. We'll grab that. Yeah, we'll grab the Wand of Enervation as well. Probably don't need that as much. There's some decent stuff here. What do I have glove-wise? I already have athlete's gloves. Okay. She doesn't, though, and I could use higher athletics skill checks. This would also be good for my character. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Alright, so let's do it this way. You, my friend, will get this wand. So what does she have? She has extend meta magic, and you will also have an extend meta magic. You will get these gloves. And that's that.
Notice awaits us.
Alright, Harem, you need restoration, which is what, level 5? That's right, he also leveled up, so he can learn more spells. Let's, yeah, I don't think we need this. I think protection from alignment and communal is ideal. Or even aid for the bonus health. Let's get some more of these. We'll do it like that. Plenty of raised dead. I really want prayer. I think that's what I'll do with him, is I'll give him prayer. And then here, Flame Strike is pretty good, so is Vine Trap. So is Righteous Might, so... Like, what am I doing? I'm looking for Restoration. It's, I got sidetracked. Eagle Soul is really good. Oh, there it is. Okay, let's get rid of one of these for now. Since we're about to rest.
You studied writing for such a long time, put so much effort into your art, and they threw you out of the academy. Yet in spite of all this, you didn't give up. Why?
Maybe because if I did give up, it would mean that they got what they wanted. Or no, maybe because life without writing would be so boring. To be honest, I never really thought about it.
Done with
Yes,
waiting.
I'm still here.
I don't have any diamond dust. Son of a gun. Okay, well. We tried, and that counts. Alright, to the Forsaken Mound. In we go. The tomb... Excuse me. The tomb, built within the hollowed rocks by ancient cyclopes, was safely hidden from casual searches. The path to it was skillfully concealed by lush vegetation. If we hadn't known exactly where to look, we would have just passed it by, never even suspecting it was there. The entrance is covered with a huge stone slab that seemed to merge with the stone wall, but disheveled bushes and torn ivy shoots implied that it had been recently moved. We said the word given to us by the defaced sister. Keb means darkness. It's an ancient, forgotten word from an ancient, forgotten language, like a time-bleached bone from some unknown beast out in the wilderness. After speaking the word, the stone slab smoothly and almost soundlessly moved aside, opening the entrance to the damp, musty darkness. To avoid being trapped inside, we propped the door open with a large stone, which proved a smart decision. As soon as we stepped inside, the door shuddered and tried to close behind us, but the stone kept it in place. Behind the door was a spacious corridor, obviously built for creatures much larger than humans. The air smelled damp, and the stone walls, decorated with bas reliefs and carvings, were completely covered with a disgusting, oily mold. We carefully examined the mold on the walls. Sometimes the fungus in a dungeon proves more dangerous than any monster. So many adventurers suffocated on poisonous spores, got burned, or were disintegrated on the spot, just because they never thought to open a botany textbook. Fortunately, the mold in this tomb, though sticky, smelly, and disgusting, was completely harmless. Armed with this knowledge, we carefully searched the corridor for traps. Tombs and traps always come as a pair, like pen and ink or barbarians in rage, or officials and bribes. This tomb was no exception. Sure, there weren't any pressure plates in the floor, or bundles of stone waiting to fall on our heads, but under the layer of mold was a hidden magic sign, the kind you shouldn't look at. Having finished our search, we checked the corridor for magic. Hidden beneath the layer of mold on the wall, something shone bright through the magical vision, radiating a strong necromancy aura. It was almost certainly a magical trap, like one of those signs you shouldn't look at. Taking that into account, we moved ahead down the corridor. A huge sarcophagus was placed in the middle of the burial chamber, its lid lying on the floor nearby. Inside was a gigantic skeleton. Its skull stared hollowly with its single huge eye socket, and its bony fingers were clenched around a small brass incense burner that also looked like a one-eyed skull. Near the sarcophagus was the slim figure of a woman, wrapped in a grey cloak. She wasn't breathing, and it didn't take much looking to discover her cause of death. The Cyclops had left a nasty surprise for anyone who dared come to rob their graves. Near the skeleton's head was a magical symbol of death, carved directly into the sarcophagus surface. It must have killed the sister the instant she opened the lid. Luckily for us, it was a single-use trap. We examined the crypt and the incense burner to try and understand why the sisters would need all this creepy stuff. Judging from the wall carvings, the builders of this gloomy place must have venerated Sharon, the godlike archdemon of death. Similar incense burners were used in his servants' rituals. The smoke coming from the eye socket was meant to symbolize a soul flying to him. Were the sisters conducting some ritual? Maybe even trying to summon Sharon himself? Terrible. After exploring the tomb, we examined the body of the sister. When we removed the cloth from the dead woman's face, it sent a chill down our spines. She literally had no face. Instead, there was a rough gray surface, looking something like a roughly made clay mask. 2 holes instead of eyes, a hole instead of a nose, a crack instead of a mouth. What power could have done that to her? Could have done that... Yeah, it's supposed to be 2, not do. Having examined the body, we discovered the dead woman wasn't human. She was fey, most likely a nymph deformed by some unknown magic. She had nothing of interest on her, so we took the incense burner and left the tomb, which had also become the burial chamber for the very person we'd been searching for. Alright, now we return to the barbarians' camp. Hello? Is anyone here? No? Okay. Well, we're just passing through. Alright, I'm going to throw out a quick save before we continue in.
What you want?
The end draws near.
I'm off.
Alright, slow down, Amiri.
Look there, Tiger Lords! Here comes the killer, an enemy, a servant of evil spirits. This person aims to disrupt our exalted mission.
As you approach the camp, you hear the noise of an agitated crowd. Numerians are gathered around the defaced sister near the camp entrance, and a loud discussion is taking place. When the defaced sister sees you, she lifts her hand and points a finger at you. Her voice, usually calm and quiet, is now menacing and accusing.
The sisters who went into the hills in search of truth never returned. They perished, and he is the killer.
The woman points a trembling finger at you.
We trusted him, and this is how he repays us. Liar, traitor, murderer!
The barbarians exchange glances with each other, look at the sister, then look at you, and finally look to Dugath, who tightens his fist around his sword. They await an order from their leader, ready to charge at his sign.
An enemy, you say? I don't see any enemies here.
Dugath sheaths his blade.
As far as I know, all the sisters went out into the hills, and that was the last anyone ever saw of them. We waited long enough, but when none of them returned, we had to head back to Numeria on our own. Right, everyone? That's how it all happened, isn't it?
He turns around, looking around at the other barbarians. Some of them stow their blades laughing, while others continue to throw dark stares in your direction.
Betrayal, blasphemy! All who remain loyal to the great Armagh, to battle! Today you die, Baron.
Shouting battle cries, the barbarians attack.
Make this quick.
Are in kind of a weird position. She needs to come back this way, I think.
This will hurt! You should have run!
Mommy, please.
Alright, Lindsay died. Ugh. Let's... whatever. It'll be fine.
This is going to hurt.
I'll speak of Dugath after I sell all this junk to his merchant. You know how many brave souls have been lost in the Stolen Lands? Hundreds at least. You think you're any luckier? That's the wrong person. That is Hilla. Can I trust anyone here? This isn't an army, it's a traveling brothel. Oh, there's Dugath.
They died meaningless deaths. But we could be friends, you and I, Baron. It always ends this way. Creatures like her breed ill blood between people. And then good fighters die for no reason.
Having passed the bloody bodies of his men, Dugath stops near the corpse of the sister.
Disgusting. Look, it's not even a human. Right, she wasn't human at all. She was Fey. This is who our chieftain was listening to.
The barbarian pulls the hood of the dead sister's head and off the dead sister's head and frowns. She really has no face. Instead, there's a dark, rough surface that resembles tree bark, with a hole in place of a nose and a crack instead of a mouth.
We have nothing more to do here. We'll leave. But let me tell you why we came here in the first place. I've no idea what magic toy those witches were looking for, but I do know where to find it. We spotted the place long ago, but I didn't want to lead my people there. These incense burners from the tombs are the keys to the entrance. The place is called the Valley of the Dead, and for good reason. It's an unholy land, a cursed land. If there's something capable of devouring a whole city around here, that's where you'll want to start looking for it. And now, Farewell.
Farewell. Alright, so Dugath actually survived this time. Last time he did not. Because I messed up and I didn't impress him enough throughout. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do here. I wanted to bring Lindsay with me to this next part. I don't think that I'm going to now. Because on the way there, we will get the opportunity to bring another companion with us. And that's what we'll do. I kind of want to hop out. That will be fine. I'll probably have a problem or two that's going to disrupt the kingdom. I'm not going to worry about it right now.
My strength fades.
Their life ends here.
And I was initially going to replace Jathal with the companion that we get, but since Lindsay's dead, just for the sake of saving time, I'm just going to bring this party plus the other companion. I'm really glad they added the ability to not show helmets, because all the helmets in this game look really silly.
Adventures can wait.
Alright, random encounter on the road.
My strength fades.
In due time.
Who could it be?
I've got a message for you.
The black familiar blackbird. The familiar. Let's say the black familiar blackbird. The familiar blackbird flaps his wings and calls at you.
It's time to pull off the masks and answer for your deeds. My master has seen enough, so he summons you. Come, kneel before this land's true ruler. Embrace suffering, embrace pain. Surrender your spirit to Mordecai, the chosen of the 4 horsemen, and the keeper of the Oculus of Abaddon.
Magar Varn was the ruler of these lands. Your master stole something that didn't belong to him.
Magar Varn and his minions were impostors without rights and honor. Soon, the empire of Mordecai will rise from its 1,000-year sleep and reclaim its lands. One such as you will serve this future in life or in death.
Your master is responsible for what happened in Varnhold?
Yes, and it was well-deserved punishment. One who dwelled in that town stole what was not his to possess. He trespassed in the master's sanctuary, defiled it, and brought what he stole to the place you call Varnhold. By doing so, he incurred the wrath of my master.
But what happened to Varnhold? Where did everyone go?
My master's knowledge and power are great. The Oculus of Abaddon has granted him even greater power. It was the Oculus that brought about his revenge over the impious ones.
What do you mean by seen enough?
I'm the eyes and the ears of my master. Everything I see or hear, he sees and hears as well. All we speak of, all your deeds, nothing escapes my master.
The chosen of who again?
The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, the rulers of Abaddon, archdemons, harbingers of death and destruction. The greatest, the horseman of death, Charon, deemed Mordecai worthy and granted him a gift. The Oculus of Abaddon.
Well, I'm not afraid of your master. Tell me where I can find him.
Go to the Valley of the Dead. Pass the gates and face the challenges that await. If you survive, my master will meet you in his sanctuary.
What waits in the Valley of the Dead?
The gates bar the entrance to the Valley of the Dead. Only the one who has the key or sacred knowledge can pass.
The Raven tilts his head and looks at you with his glinting black eye.
Once my master barred the valleys from the outer world and the lesser races such as yours. Thus my master could focus upon his research and rule the Empire without the pathetic rebellions and petty wars of your kind. You have a choice. Find 3 incense burners hidden in the tombs of traitors who imprisoned my master in his sanctuary, or conjure darkness, which is able to open the way to the Valley of the Dead. This way or another, you will be able to pass the gates, and my master will seal your fate.
Well, I will come.
I have no doubts about that. I'll meet you in the sanctuary.
Alright, get out of here, bird. Alright.
Wait. We need to talk.
Tristian, what are you doing here?
Forgive me, Baron. I hope that when I explain, you'll accept my apology. I couldn't let you go alone.
What's the matter?
The Valley of the Dead the Raven spoke of. I know it. An ancient evil is buried there, from empires since turned to dust. Being cautious is not enough. If you go there, you must tread quietly, or you shall awaken dark things indeed. A tomb lies in the heart of the valley. That is where the evil sleeps. I know I cannot sway you from going, but if you must go, please let me help you. My faith may help, when spells and steel may not.
Alright, fine, Tristian. I'll take you with me. Wisdom. Alright, more of that we'll probably do. Actually, let's get rid of that. We'll just make him summon our animate dead symbiote thing. He's gonna bring a bunch of death ward. That's really valuable in the next dungeon. He doesn't need raised dead. We have it on the other guy. I'll bring a couple of constricting coils. Chains of light is very good. Can I put that down here? Oh, I can. Okay. Might just do a bunch of chains of light. Maybe one summon monster 6. Alright. Back to a full party. Again, I'd rather have Lindsay with me, but I don't feel like wasting the time to have her come and join my party. Because I'm already,
Why don't we set up camp?
not nervous, but yeah, I've been sitting in the Dunswood region, not able to manage my kingdom for quite some time now. I'm not a big fan of that. Let's rest.
Listen, Harem, how about I give you a nice whack on the dough? All that bull about the end of the end will come flying right out of you.
If you want to kill me, do it. What does it matter when we die? Now, or an hour from now, or a year from now? Don't take it wrong, but as long as I live, I will preach.
Plus, I would have got rid of Jaethal to have Tristan with us, which was my initial plan. Jaethal is really good in the next dungeon, because she's immune to a lot of the stuff that takes place in there. Anyway, I'm going to call the episode here. In the next one, we will journey through the Valley of the Dead and take a very long journey all the way around here. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next episode.